beautiful people of the internet. Welcome back to 10 Minutes of Astrology. I'm your favorite Nostradamus wannabe, JKMB. That's my cash tag. You should send me money. And press all of the buttons because algorithms, etc. If you want to deep dive into the future, then you should check the comments section where I have a link to my astrology predictions playlist where you will find all the videos I have made into the future, all put in chronological order as best as I could do it anyway. So you can go check that out if you would like information about what's happening right now or in 20 years. So you should go check that out. Today we're going to be talking about Venus in Aries. I really do only have a very limited amount of time before I have to go to work, so I'm going to try and make this really fast. I'm going to first talk about the planet, the sign that it's in. I'm going to keep it really brief because that's what I do. Then I'm going to talk about the aspects to other planets in order as best as I can do. I'm going to wrap it up by one more time telling you to check my housekeeping in the comments. I am doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers, by the way, if you want to press more buttons. And then I'm going to tell you I love you and peace out. So, Venus, love and relationships in Aries. Aries is selfish, self-centered. It is the first sign of the zodiac. It rules the head. So, our first aspect is an opposition to Mars retrograde in Libra. This is a mutual reception because Venus's home placement is in Libra and Mars's home placement is in Aries. This is one of the few times where things are going to be easier than they seem. The decision you have to make is not going to feel like it's as hard. You are relating better to yourself and the people around you. You are working better with the whatever is happening legally in your world and your actions in general. Now, Mars is retrograde here, so I am still a little apprehensive about signing any contracts. Just be mindful of that, especially long-term relational contracts, marriage contracts, stuff like that, because we do have the opposition to Venus, which is like a cold feet type of situation, or in this case, it would be hot and cold feet. You're in and out of this relationship. So be sure to hold off on this relational decision that you feel you need to make for now, because if you make it right now, it may be impulsive, but with the mutual reception, if you decide to make it, it may likely work out in your favor. The next alignment that we have is a semi-sextile to Chiron in Taurus at approximately 6 degrees. I do have all of the planets that I talk about here. I do already have videos on those if you check my astrology predictions playlist. But the semi-sextile here is Chiron in Taurus is teaching Venus in Aries. What are we learning and what are we teaching here? Well, Chiron in Taurus is the wounded healing in especially the home, our immediate environment, and with our food. So if you struggle with any sort of ED or body dysmorphia, this is the time where you will be teaching your heart, because remember, Aries comes back to the self. It is the most selfish sign of the zodiac. It is very infantile. Venus is the relationships and the way that you love. So healing your relationship to food, the way that you love yourself, those things, it is teaching that your environment and your immediate surroundings and how you heal with food especially is going to help your relationship, especially with yourself and how you love yourself. So this is very beautiful. We have a conjunction then to Neptune and Aries at approximately 8 degrees. So your relationship with yourself, with your God, with your spirit, with these things are in alignment. Conjunctions I like to view positively because they're on the same page. However, the negative to this could potentially be that you don't have an outside perspective because you're just stuck in whatever mind frame that this is. So the alternative perspective would be anything in Libra here, which is balancing But I don't really foresee this as a problem because I do like to see conjunctions as positive. We have then a semi-sextile, approximately March 29th, 2029. Gotta remember to keep the numerological dates especially in mind when things like this come up, because this is between 9 and 10 degrees. We have a semi-sextile to Saturn in Taurus, a sextile to Pluto in Aquarius, and a sextile to Uranus in Gemini. So if you have anything at 10 degrees, more like between 8 and 12 degrees, especially in Libra here, you are going to experience a kite. But we don't have anything in Libra at this time during those degrees, so this is not a kite unless it includes something of yours at Libra between those degrees. If you want more information as to how it's going to impact you specifically, I do free 10-minute readings. You should reach out. We'll set it all up. So long as I am allowed to record it and post it to the internet. It is free. My paid readings are approximately $30 for 45 minutes. It's about the amount of a gas tank nowadays, and trust me, knowing your future is worth a tank of gas. Now, Saturn is father time and wisdom in Taurus. To me, it can go one of two ways because Taurus can be so stubborn. However, it is financially minded. It is interested in keeping things stable, which Saturn absolutely likes. Pluto in Aquarius, to me, is a no-go, but it is a sextile here. And same thing with Uranus, the planet of chaos and electricity in Gemini, everything in every direction. All of this is at 10 degrees though, so I'm going to view this positively. Well, the semi-sextile to Saturn here is teaching Venus. What is Saturn teaching? It is the right thing to do, the stable thing to do for your heart and for your relationships, even if you disagree, even if you don't feel like you are getting the message across in the way that you want to get it across, and you want to put your foot, okay, hold your horses and calm down. You need to take a step back, readjust, reevaluate where you are. Do not get impulsive. Do not fly off the handle. That is not what Saturn is trying to teach you, Venus. This is about love. This is about relation. This is about being stable within yourself. Do your centering, all of that. We cannot afford to go left, okay? Please keep your head. Mind your manners, mind your tone. Because if you decide not to listen to Saturn at this time, karma is a coming, and you can certainly regret just popping off and, oh, that wasn't me, it just, my emotions, it doesn't matter, because consequences are going to come immediately. So please be mindful, especially of your heart and your passions, and if somebody pisses you off, you do not need to go above and beyond, because they are not worth, repeat after me, they are not worth jail time. Okay. The sextile here to Pluto in Aquarius is we are getting along with the greater collective, and the greater collective loves us right now and whatever it is that we're doing. So that is jiving. The sextile to Uranus in Gemini is we can float and bob and weave and have some fun in the chaos, because this is a time of windy emotions and just set it on fire to set it on fire, and we're gonna have fun and drink while we do it, because screw it, let the world burn. We're gonna have fun because this place. So, at least if you're gonna be enjoying the chaos, you might as well just go all in and be like, yay, chaos. So for earth and water people, this is insanity. But for fire and air people, this is life of the party time. We also, on approximately April 7th, 2029, we have Mars going retrograde back into Virgo. Then, approximately the 8th, at 23 degrees, we have an opposition to Jupiter in Libra. Now, this is really big legal stuff. I've been telling you, please do not sign major contracts, especially legal contracts. And in this situation, I would also say marriage. So if you're getting married at this time, or if you're planning a wedding, or if you have some sort of prenup, postnup, anything like that, I would tell you to hold off. Because I don't know that, I feel like you might be impulsive about this. I feel like this may have just come up and you're like, yeah, la-di-da. No, no, no. You need to read every single detail of this. And if you can put it off for a month or two, please do, because now is not the time. We then, when Venus is at 26 degrees, we are going to have a semi-square to Uranus in Gemini at approximately 11 degrees. Now, semi-squares do not last for very long, but they are incredibly irritating and annoying. And with Uranus in Gemini, the crazy chaos, Venus in Aries, this is my love, this is my heart, this is my relation, this is me, my. And Uranus in Gemini is setting things on fire and skipping on its merry little way, because they just, okay, whatever, we're just gonna watch the world burn and la-di-da way. And technology is going to go left and crazy. We're gonna see a lot more people get scammed, a lot more people get hacked, any sort of, especially financial systems and technical financial systems and technology in general. All of that is going to go haywire and crazy. A lot of especially legal things, because we do have things in Libra here in the mix, are going to be happening with that, but those are like side notes to this. Anyway, so if during this time you get hacked, especially if you get into vehicular accidents, because when things are in Aries, especially as Aries dominant as we have been, anything in Aries, you are more likely to be in a vehicular accident or incident, road rage especially. So that's this territory. Remember to keep your patience, keep your mind, because consequences, they are not worth jail time. We then have an inconjunct to Mars in Virgo. This is retrograde at approximately 28 degrees. So those sticky little irritating details, because we just have to fill out the paperwork. And Lord knows that is the last thing we feel like freaking doing right now. This is approximately April 13th, 2029. So yes, we are frustrated at this. Then Venus goes into Taurus approximately April 14th, 2029. I have got to go to my night job. If you don't want me to work on anything else but this, you should press more buttons and fund me, book some readings. Have a beautiful day, fam. Remember to check out my housekeeping in the comments that I am now pinning. Peace out, fam. Much love. Press the buttons. Thank you.